You understand what I'm saying? So when they was witnessing this, we would get interviewed and they would ask us, well, they would call us dancers. We're like, no, we're not dancers, we're soldiers. See, they couldn't understand that concept because they thought we had like the kid and play thing going on. Or who were the dancers for Big Daddy Kane? Scoop and Scrap. Yeah. They thought it was that kind of thing, and we was like, no, not at all. Now, in the early days, if you ever came to a Public Enemy show, the S1Ws never used to talk. And we carry Uzis. A couple of shows that were real, but don't tell nobody that. But seriously, we had no problems throughout the country at all. Most of y'all in this audience don't even know Public Enemy's first album. What is it? Bubblelistic Show. We don't have any singles off of that album that you would remember until later on. Public Enemy didn't have a foothold in the black community until Rebel Without a Pause. From that day forward, I developed this campaign that we were going to go to every place that black people are, since they can't get to us. You might be saying to yourself, well, why they can't get to y'all? We was on the Beastie Boys tour in a little small van. No black people were in the audience when we was performing. 20, 30,000 white people. We was like, put your fist in the air. And we could count the black people. Wow. So what we did, they gave us free tickets. We always used to lie and say we needed more than we can give away. But we took those tickets, and every city we went to the hood. And we gave the tickets away, and we brought people to the concert. Now check this out. A lot of the times we gave them a ride to the concert. Are you following me? We took our own money. We printed out pictures because Def Jam wouldn't do it. Listen, they gave us $7,000 to do our first album. $21,000 to do the next album, which is It Takes a Nation to Millions to Hold Us Back, which Rolling Stone magazine said is the best rap album ever made. $21,000. Are you following with me? They got the nerve to say to this date we owe them $2 million. No, seriously, they said because of the samples and us not getting the samples. But that was an art form back in the days. You know, sampling music. Are you following me? That's a staple mark of hip-hop. Because that's a high form of alchemy, thumbing through the crates, finding a kick or a snare or a horn, whatever, and meshing it together to come up with your, come on, man, that's an art form, that's alchemy. Are you following me?
Right, yes.
So to bring y'all up to date, we had sold millions of records, but we could never get those figures from Def Jam because the time they seen us raising the conscious level of people, they said, those brothers are a threat. And once they figured that out, they started sending people among us to interview us. And y'all know the infamous interview in 1989 that I did with David Mills.
What did you say?
Who hit the tape recorder.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And taped everything I said. That interview, which I'm going to lead into the book, the first chapter of the book, Setting the Record Straight. Now listen, and Professor Kinsey over here works at Clark Atlanta will bear me witness to this. We put together a couple of research teams to research, to go on the internet to find that one article that I did back in 1989, and guess what? It's not there.
What?
Now, that one article got me poisoned, kicked out of Public Enemy, broke, and the rest of having to move from Roosevelt, and all this other stuff. And you mean to tell me we can't find the article on the internet anywhere? So they took the article out of circulation. We couldn't even find the article. Am I right or wrong, sister? We couldn't even find the article. We said, if I said so many statements that were so damaging to a group of people, how come we can't find it? So I can put it in the book so you can read it for yourself. Because young people are coming up now viewing Public Enemy through the eyes of VH1 and Flavor of Love. And y'all know that's a goddamn shame.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Amen.
So I'm saying, she prepared the questions, all that she could gather from the internet in reference to that first article. Being that the professor that she is, we sat down in my studio for a couple of hours and she videotaped me and us interviewing one another. And that became the first chapter of the book. All that I can remember from 1989 because we can't find that article. The other 3 articles that follow that in the book are articles that other people have wrote about me Public enemy from the cheerleader perspective. What do I mean by that? You see, there's books out now about hip-hop that are people that never participated in hip-hop.
Right.
They're writing it from the periphery. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Now listen, man, if you're going to write about car mechanics, right, shouldn't you be a mechanic?
Right, right,
Are you following me?
right.
But now we got Michael Eric Dyson and Cornel West that are writing about hip-hop, but they never came to a spot like this.
Right,
They
right,
never participated in hip-hop.
right.
I twisted my damn ankle a couple of times trying to break dance and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Getting caught by the police, tagging my name on a train or something. They never did these things. Are you following me? But these now, they're trying to intellectualize hip-hop. No, we need to keep it grimy, you understand what I'm saying, and keep the four original elements of hip-hop in place. And if you want to write about hip-hop, come down here where we are and get on the mic, play the drums, DJ, participate in the four elements. But they've never done that. Are you following me? But after that, I did an interview with Mike McGee Jr., who y'all know was the alderman in Milwaukee, who they busted. Like they're busting all the mayors and the aldermen in all of the cities now.
Yep.
He's in jail like a lot of the other ones are in jail. And it was interesting because he asked us about vibes, frequencies, the law of gender. It was a very metaphysical interview. It was supposed to go on PBS. We used my real name because we couldn't say Professor Griff. Once PBS did their research, I wouldn't even do that, my man. Once PBS found out that this other guy was Professor Griff, right? PBS put a halt on the program. All right. So we have to understand that. But I took the information, transcribed it, and put it in a book. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because, you see, what they're trying to do is write me out of history. They don't even want you to read what Professor Griff has been through. Now, let's bring this up to date. February 10th, 2008, my house burned down to the ground while I was away. Library of 3,000 books, studio, rare pictures, guns, money in the safe, the whole bit, gone.
Man.
Are you following me? Now, what is that designed to do? To break my will.
Right.
But I'm still here with you. Are you following me?
Yes,
it's going to take a lot more than that to stop me. You see, I'm not in this for material gain.
Right.
I'm determined to raise the conscious level of the human family regardless of what they do to me.
Right.
Are you following me?
Yes.
And I think this sister right here recognized that when we met a minute ago at the Soul Train Music Awards.
Right.
Now listen, how did I end up at the Soul Train Music Awards? I don't have a single out. I don't have a song out. I'm getting off the plane, I'm getting a phone call from some young lady from D.C., and she's like, well, Raheem Devaughn, and you familiar with Raheem Devaughn?
Anybody know
Oh, okay. Raheem Devaughn wants to know whether or not you would like to join him on stage at the Soul Train Music Awards. I'm like, doing what? It was a song that he did with Ludacris called Bulletproof. And he wanted me and the S1Ws. I said, well, the S1Ws are in D.C. and in Baltimore and a couple of other places. I can't get a hold of them. He said, well, can you put some troops together? I'm like, hell yeah. One phone call.
That's right.
I called box number 15. They got the junior FOI. 16 and 17-year-olds.
That's right.
We went and tore that damn stage up.
Sure did.
It's coming.
Sure did.
It's coming. Oh, that's right. The sister was there to bear me witness. It's coming on this Saturday. On the 29th, I believe.
Yeah.
The Soul Train Music Awards. Myself, Raheem Devaughn, Ludacris, we're doing a song called Bulletproof. Now, why did I do that? To show young people throughout the world, all right, that not only that Public Enemy is still viable, because I'm trying to counteract